Earlier, we talked about players chasing progression instead of victories. This conversation is still ongoing, but I am hoping to return to it very soon. But so far, that conversation got me thinking about something else. Have we forgotten what each Battlefield class is actually for? Again, this is based off my own observations and platoon discussions in my Discord. So over the next few videos, I'm stripping everything back, one class at a time. And today, Assault. I'm going to spend this match playing Assault the way I think it was designed. And what I mean by that is playing the class as it's described from the class description provided by EA. The Assault class are frontline killers who punch through defenses to open the way for the rest of the team. Enhanced mobility combined with the option to throw out an extra primary weapon, making it formidable force that can push deep behind enemy lines. Assault aggressively scores for their squad, whether it's through objective plays or wiping out the opposition. Okay, seems fairly simple, right? So, on that premise, the rules. Play only Assault, push objectives, no farming kills, no battlefield moments, PTFO first. Just playing the match with the intentions of using just the Assault class and seeing whether that actually helps the team, or whether I'm just completely wrong and out of my mind. And here's the loadout I'll use for those interested. Here's the setup I'm using. Nothing special. I'll be primarily using the new BROD3 because I just unlocked it, an M45A1, a spawn beacon, the HE launcher, frags, and I'm on the breacher path. So, you'd think, why is there even an Assault class option might be a silly question. If you stop and think about it, it's really not a silly question. This is one of those questions asked during Battlefield 2042, and EA decided to experiment with specialists over classes, and how feedback and demand led EA back to the classes for Battlefield 6. So it's much more than just it's the Assault class. Every Battlefield class exists because no single soldier can do everything. If everyone could heal, repair, spot, revive, carry rockets, and assault objectives, there'd be no need for classes. Assault exists to create momentum. Not kills, momentum. Sure, kills add to the momentum, there's no denying that. I have played almost 700 hours of this game and have witnessed plenty of times where kills build push momentum on an objective. But Assault's primary job is to force the battle to move. If the front line never advances, nothing happens, right? And if the front line advances, everyone else suddenly has work to do.
Our forces have neutralized Alpha.
In contrast, support has people to resupply and revive. Engineers have vehicles to deal with, either breaking them or fixing them. Recon has new sightlines, drops intel for the team via spotting, and takes some heat off the rest of the squad or team by engaging from a distance. But without Assault, the battle has a tendency to stagnate. Now, Battlefield isn't about territory. It's about moving territory. And that's an interesting distinction. The Assault player is the guy who says, we're going there. I mean, think about it. Breakthrough, Rush, Escalation, Operations, Conquest. These modes specifically are about three things: direction, control, territory changes. And they all start with assaulting the objective.
We've secured Bravo.
And I can hear it now. The "but Hannibal" comments. And I'm sure it all starts with, but I can easily push direction and control and changes with any class. I mean, sure, you can, but let me ask you this. If you're running support and you're on Eastwood and your team is attacking and you just run like Usain St. Leo Bolt himself to the objective and you're the first one there, completely surrounded by the opposing team, who the hell are you supporting? Your teammates are 100 meters behind you. You now got 32 players looking at you like it's Battlefield's version of Straight Outta Compton record, and you died.
We've neutralized Alpha.
And in most cases, with that scenario, that support player who just died won't even wait for a revive once his teammates get near him. Nope. He'll just auto-respawn, costing us a ticket. A wasted ticket. And the same goes for the other classes. But with Assault, if played right, you can open up a good pathway for the rest of your squad or team. The Assault class is built for high risk, high reward.
We need to advance by sector and secure the AO. Enemy positions are ready to engage.
And lately the conversation has been, well, objectives don't matter. We're after unlocks and kills. Maybe. But then I'd argue you're not really playing the objective game Battlefield has built. Why do objectives matter? Well, objectives matter because they're the only thing both teams are allegedly fighting over. Kills are individual. Objectives are communal. You can have 80 kills. You can have 0 deaths. You can have the MVP. And you still lose the match because you can't seem to do both. The objective is the only thing that determines who actually won.
Got one on the rooftop right there.
I mean, really, I could be 10-10 and still win the match. I took objectives. I assisted my team. I provided commands to take objectives if I'm the squad leader. And the scoreboard shows our team winning, and I'd be in the top 5. Meanwhile, the support player on the opposite team went 101, 0 revives, didn't help his team, lost the match, but lordy, he's ranked number 1 on his team while everyone else struggled to win the match. That's where objective mode differs from other modes like team or squad deathmatch. Every kill is supposed to support an objective, not replace it. Now, what makes Assault valuable? I'm not suggesting Assault is the class that takes objectives. Aim, movement, kill death, these are all nice and all, but decision making is what makes Assault valuable. Imagine 2 Assault players. Player A, 42 kills, never touches flags. Player B, 18 kills, captured 6 objectives, cleared buildings, pushed first. Which one actually changed the match? That's the discussion we're having here, folks. Not because 42 kills is bad, because the value depends on what those kills accomplished. Assault isn't valuable because a player used it for kills. It's valuable because Assault kills the right people. No! The machine gunner pinning down the team with suppressive fire. The sniper covering the flag. The support reviving or resupplying everyone. The engineer repairing or destroying the tank. Remove those classes changes the battle. Random kills don't.
Our forces have neutralized Bravo.
You got to ask yourself, do you choose the objective over another kill? Imagine this situation. You're defending. A wounded enemy runs away. Easy kill, right? But the objective is being captured. Do you chase him, or do you turn around and stop the capture? Now, how about this? You're 1 kill away from a nice streak, but your squad is pushing B. Do you stay where it's safe, or push with them? Or what about you see 2 enemies? One is standing in the open, the other is entering the capture point. Who matters more? The game consistently asks these little questions. And most players don't even notice they're answering them. The Assault class is primarily responsible for breaking deadlocks. Sometimes that means taking an objective, sometimes it means clearing a building, sometimes it means pushing across the street first, sometimes it means drawing fire, sometimes it means dying so the rest of the squad gets through. That's Assault. Assault creates an opening. A class like Support keeps the opening alive. That's a 2-man team. And no singular class wins Battlefield. Each class exists to solve a different problem. Now, next time we'll switch to Support and see whether playing that class the way it was intended changes the outcome just as much as Assault, even though it answers a different equation. And here's the part where I hand over the discussion to your side of the court. I know there's a ton of I do what I want crowd, and that's fine. But if you're one of those team-oriented players that looks to winning the match as the priority, I'm curious as to your thoughts. I think Battlefield 6 worked the classes well enough to have them with their own jobs with just enough overlap to complement each other. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. We're here to discuss classes and what people think are the intended ways to use them, folks. So tell me your thoughts. Oh, and before you go, it's now August, so there's a new monthly Veteran Spotlight in the video description, so don't forget to check it out. Until the next one, out.